Seems to think, at least he says, and his people say, that he'll be able to use an indictment as a sign that he's being persecuted. Is that realistic?
What the hell else is he going to say? I mean, George, like, if you get indicted, you gotta say that, or else it's a death knell, right? So that's what he's going to say. But look, you saw the scenes at CPAC. That room was half full.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's not pretend that CPAC is CPAC anymore. It's TPAC. Okay? It's Trump PAC. It's not CPAC any longer. And only the most desperate people showed up at CPAC to even speak, other than Trump, or people within Trump's orbit.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here, and Chris Christie just humiliated Donald Trump on national television, reminding the orange jackaloon that size really does matter. Chris Christie looked like he slid off of the set of a Hamburglar commercial onto ABC's This Week with George Stephanopoulos over the weekend. Laughing like the McDonald's character Grimace, Christie was quick to poke fun at one of Donald Trump's little insecurities he has about size.
The fact of what's going on here is the reason I think the rallies are not going on, Maggie, is not just because of the money, although I think that's a factor. I don't think the rallies would be nearly as big as they were before.
That is absolutely true. It was true last year. That's true.
What got him upset on January 6th?
The crowd size.
The crowd size. What got him upset on January 20th, 2017? The crowd size.
When the former governor of New Jersey alluded to the fact that Donald Trump has a sore spot under his spray tan, a really sensitive spot way down deep, everyone snickered, and the laughter mushroomed down the hall and over the airways for everyone to hear.
He measures that as an example of his own power and his own authority, and I don't think he has it anymore. Look, he is the front runner, there's no doubt. He's essentially an incumbent president running for renomination, not re-election, but renomination. And so, of course, he's the front runner right now and ahead in the polls, but there are lots of indicators here that he's not what he used to be in most respects you're talking about. And so we're going to see how that plays out.
Donald Trump, legend in his own mind and skid mark on history, has had an issue with the size of his crowds forever. Attendance at his inauguration was lackluster and pathetic at best. Trump often made false claims about the size of his rallies to inflate his fartbag ego. The orange stain has been known to obsess over crowd size, Christie reminded the panel. So when the spam burglar in chief spoke before a pathetically tiny crowd at CPAC recently, Christie suggested that it hit Trump below the belt, that he took it personal. Christie pointed out that the faded orange jackaloon uses crowd size as an example of his power and authority. He said that's the reason that the faded crackpot isn't holding rallies anymore, because in the back of his deranged mind, Trump realizes that no one is showing up for him anymore. He's facing his own demise. You saw the scenes at CPAC, Christie said. That room was half full. The room was half full because Trump has lost his luster. Trump has lost all of the influence that he once had and has become a pariah among his own party. Sun Tzu wrote, "An evil enemy will burn his own nation to the ground to rule over the ashes." And that describes Donald Trump to a T. Donald Trump is like a hemorrhoid, always hanging around and sore. He and his jackaloon kids are diaper rash. They are driving the crowds away and leaving a legacy of failure in their wake. Don Jr. and his father are pathetic grifters and a tale of two small dimwits and will always be known for not measuring up. And that's a fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.